Not sure how it works. Oh, now it's doing this. I'm not sure how all this works. Guess I got to figure out what the heck they even talk about. You know, all these facts and figures and words and all these things that all these people talk about make sense to me when they're talking to me about it, but when I've got to try to explain it to other people, I have a bit of a difficult time with it. I'm going by feel more than anything. I don't. I'm not good with facts and figures. I'm more good with feeling things through my heart and through my being. And so for me to try to describe how I feel on the camera or to try to give any useful information to anyone, we really all have to kind of do this for ourselves. We all have to discern things for ourselves and clarify things in our own way. We all have our own different perception of things. I believe that we're all on our own timeline. Each and every one of us has our own, what you would call, spiritual thumbprint. If I can put that right, there we go, that's the thumb. And we each really kind of create our own timeline and how we see things, through our eyes, and how we see other people is through our own timeline, and how other people see things is how it's through their own timeline too. It's different. So how I see one person, it's through how I want to see them. And then that person sees me how I see, how they want to see me, or how they see me in their timeline. I think a lot of people have a hard time getting that concept. But each and every one of us has our own trajectory. And pardon me if I'm looking off a little bit. I can't look directly at the camera. Sometimes it just seems weird to look at myself. I'm kind of looking at an image of myself on the screen, and it's kind of weird. Gotta get used to all this. This is something different. I've never made a video like this before. So I'm in my belief, a lot of this I just believe because I somehow know it. I'll be walking down the trail and just, thinking about things, and somehow or other I just know these things. It's like you talk to a version of your higher self or your higher spiritual essence, and all the different edifications of your own self, So I think a lot of people don't quite get that. I think we may have a base, maybe foundational reality, that we all share, but we each have our own, timeline, our own direction we're going. And it's really just as separate, just as individual as every ripple of water in a large ocean, every wave. It's a little bit different than the other. Everyone has a little bit of a different point of light. There's endless combinations and endless iterations of things, and we're just one iteration of it. It doesn't diminish us in any way. We're all grand in our own way, and we're all kind of like, maybe you can almost call us our own universe. I often call myself the United States of Brett, but it really goes far beyond that, and people don't seem to understand that. Maybe they do, but at a deep level. But I realize that, I think anyway, and I feel very deeply about this, that each and every one of us has our own thumbprint, our own trajectory, our own timeline, and how we see things, and how we see the world, how we see our friends, our family, everyone, everything, everywhere, all the time. It's not the same as other beings, okay? And we all have a kind of a shared reality here, but yet we go about it just a little bit different way, a little bit different color scheme. It's pretty cool. And think about it a lot on the trail when I'm walking. I walk between 4 and 6 miles per day, usually 5 to 6 really in the summertime. And I have a couple different sections of trail I walk on. One is in Morley, starts off there, and park behind the body shop usually in Morley, and I walk north all the way to what, 5 Mile, I believe. There, it's 5 Mile Road. Turn around, it's 3 miles, and then I walk back 3 miles. It's not 6 miles through some very nice, some of the nicest section of woods on the trail. It's the White Pine Trail State Park. Beautiful place to be. If you have never walked down these trails, I would suggest that you do so. Kind of gets you away from traffic. Some of the trails that you run along Northland Drive or run along a busier road, see your traffic, but this particular section does not run parallel with Northland Drive precisely. It's part of it drifts away from it, and quite a little ways away from it, so I can't even see or hear Northland Drive whatsoever. It's like a good part of a mile away, probably at the widest part between, like I say, generally the White Pine Trail does follow Northland Drive all the way up, from Belmont, or down actually south of Belmont, and then goes all the way up to Cadillac. And I've walked the entire section, pretty much every single section of it at one point or another. My neck. So, you got to get out and get your exercise every day. Move it around a little bit. I sit in this store quite a bit. As you can see, I have a nice little flower shop here that my wife and I run. Well, I run this one. She runs her own store. I run this one. And I have a pretty good time doing it. I somehow think that I, pushed myself in this direction, of being a store owner maybe, or a store run, so that I could, having a store so that I could sit here maybe, and as people come in, greet them, get to know them a little bit, make friends. I've made so many friends here. Even yesterday there, I had a woman come into the store, and she was just a little bit older woman, older than myself. Just real sweet. You just never know where the angels are going to come in, okay? I call them angels, maybe not strictly speaking in the heavenly way that you describe angels, but I mean, these people really are. They really are. Each and every one of us is an angel in a sense, you know what I mean? We're all a beautiful presence of light, okay? And I guess that's how I want to describe an angel, but lovely, lovely woman. Has many grandchildren, and she admitted to me at some point during our 10-minute conversation there that she suffers from anxiety and I think some depression and so on. I'd say she was probably in her mid-60s, maybe closer to 70 even, maybe. Kind of old hippie-ish rather than old lady-ish, She was a real nice gal, just an absolute sweetheart. And had a wonderful conversation, and I just told her that you have a friend here. Anytime you need a friend, it's right here. Just need to walk in that door over there and come on in. And I said I've had many wonderful people sit in this chair. I have a chair right next to me here. And I just said, you've always got a friend. Just an absolutely wonderful, wonderful human being. And she kind of feels like maybe humanity's going to heck and all. I said, no, it's not. I said, the fact that you and I are standing here and doing this, talking this, having this conversation and having, giving love, beautiful, interaction with other beings like that, that tells me that we're winning this thing, folks, okay? I think I'm going to end it right here and see if I can download this to YouTube. If I can, and this will be my first YouTube video, okay? Pardon me if I'm a little bit rough. Never made one of these before, but having a good time already. Talk to you soon.